Deuteronomy 28 is one of the most powerful and sobering chapters in the Bible. It lays out the consequences of Israel's choice, okay? Obedience leads to blessing, disobedience leads to curse. It emphasizes that God rewards faithfulness, but he also judges rebellion, especially in a nation that knows his laws, okay? First part of this chapter, blessings for obedience, which encompasses verses 1 to 14. If you fully obey the Lord, all this blessing will come upon you. God promises blessing in every area of life, and I even separated here in a spreadsheet here. Let me show you. In every area of life, city and field, blessing, prosperity everywhere, children, fruitful womb, crops and livestock, agricultural success, baskets and kneading balls, daily provision, travel, safety going out and coming in, enemies, victory over attackers, storehouse, abundance, and leadership. Israel will be the head of the not the tail. Okay, so yeah, I think it's better to visualize it this way. Anyways, the Lord will establish you as his holy people. Lessons. Obedience brings blessing, not just personally, but nationally. Second, God's goal is for Israel to shine as an example to the world. Second part of this beautiful chapter, curses for disobedience, verses 15 to 68. However, if you do not obey, all these curses will come upon you. This section is long and intense. It contains 5 times more curses than blessings, showing how seriously God treats rebellion. Here's a breakdown of the curses. First, general reversal of blessings. Every blessing listed before is reversed. Curse in the city and field, curse in the offspring, land, and livelihood, curse in travel, curse in day life. Okay. Second, disease, drought, and defeat. Plagues and fevers, crops fail, defeat in battle, carcasses eaten by birds, no one to protect them. Third part, mental and physical collapse, boils, madness, blindness, no justice. Others enjoy the fruit of your labor. We will be oppressed and robbed continually. Fourth, exile and national ruin. The Lord will drive you, and the king will set over you to a nation unknown. Idolatry in foreign lands, mockery from other nations, devastation and confusion. These curses become signs to future generations. Fifth, siege and desperation. Enemies will besiege cities. Famine will be so extreme that people will eat their own children out of desperation. Even the gentle and sensitive woman will begrudge her own children the afterbirth. Okay? This terrifying description came true in Israel history. Example, the siege of Jerusalem in 586 before Christ and 70 after Christ. Okay? Sixth, worldwide scattering. You will be scattered among all nations. Constant fear and insecurity, no rest, and an anxious mind, disappearing heart and eager eyes, longing for death. Eventually, return to Egypt in ships, but no one will buy you as slaves. Lessons. Rebellion doesn't just affect individuals, it brings national collapse. Ignoring God's law leads to spiritual, economic, and social ruin. Final note, God didn't want these curses to happen, but he warned them in love so they would choose life. I set before you today life and death, blessings and curses. Now chooses life, okay? Themes and lessons from Deuteronomy 28. First, obedience brings real blessing, prosperity, protection, and leadership flow walking with God. Second, disobedience has consequences. Sin multiplies suffering, socially, economically, and emotionally. Third, God wants his people to be alike. The world watches how we live and responds accordingly. Fourth, God's warning are acts of mercy. He tells the truth so we can return to him and to be restored. Conclusion. Deuteronomy 28 is a fork in the road, blessings and or curse. It asks Israel and us, will you trust and obey God or turn away and face the consequences, okay? Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel.